let me just say, to your point about voting the participants in to the 3-point or dunk contest, I've never even thought of that. And that makes so much sense. It makes me wonder why they haven't done that like 15 years ago. Completely honestly. Like that would have
LeBron
fixed everything
probably.
we've complained about.
A guy like LeBron said no, and he matters
It's like
more.
that. This is gonna sound like so much hate, and I swear it's not. Welcome back to part 2 of the Warner Brothers podcast. It's Kyle, joined by Keenan, joined by John B of Is the Hype Real podcast. If you heard part 1, we had some spirited debates about the NBA and what the NBA is going to look like going forward into the playoffs. It is the Wednesday before All-Star Weekend. Keenan, John, and I, we are going to fix All-Star Weekend because it is mightily flawed. It has been flawed for years, but now it seems like we are at a breaking point. And to be honest with you, it's been a breaking point for probably at least 3 years. But like, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt because it's going to be on NBC instead of TNT. NBC loves putting on prestigious productions. They just did the Super Bowl. They got the Winter Olympics. They're going to want some effort here, I would imagine, from these All-Stars. It's not looking great for All-Star Saturday night. We'll start there. So what I want to do, I sent you guys each text yesterday or a couple days ago about possibly fixing All-Star Weekend. If you guys were commissioner, if you guys were in charge of All-Star Weekend, what would that look like? So all three of us will probably have 3 different versions here, I would imagine. Maybe we'll try to consolidate it into one master version. We'll see. I'm interested to hear the ideas. John, we'll start with you. What would your All-Star Weekend look like if you were in charge? We're going to start with Friday. We're going to go all the way through the game on Sunday.
Okay,
maybe
good.
you got the game on Friday for all I know.
I started with
But
Friday.
Let's start with Friday.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure how we were going to do this, if we were just going to do Saturday and Sunday, so I just covered all my bases, and I started with Friday. So Friday, I would have all my guys who were on that fringe of making the actual All-Star game, my second-tier All-Stars, and I would have the WNBA All-Stars do a mixed game and play that out on my Friday night to take place of the celebrity game that nobody watches. So why not have the All-Stars of the WNBA have a intergender game with the second-tier guys and have that play out, and I would have that along with my skills competition on Friday.
Okay.
Saturday.
What's the intro? Is skills first or is the All-Star game first?
I think I would go with the skills and then go with the game because it's only those two events. And that would captivate more of an audience. You would bring in your women, that enjoy the game because they get to see their stars. You get to see your Caitlin Clarks. You get to see probably Angel Reese because she'll get voted in.
Paige Becker, Cecil Collier, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson.
There we go.
All of them.
To be able to see those, but imagine them teaming up with not maybe household names from the NBA, but guys that are known but didn't make the actual All-Star team. They would make like a second team NBA.
Caitlin Clark backdoor to LaMelo Ball for the bucket.
That would be entertaining.
I'm just naming.
I would watch.
LaMelo Ball kicks to Caitlin Clark from the logo. Like, that would be insane.
I would watch.
Saturday, I would roll out the rookies versus the sophomore games. You got to be a rookie, and then you got your year 2 guys on the sophomore team. And then with that, I will have the slam dunk contest Saturday night, and also the 3-point contest. So with that, with the skills comp, the slam dunk comp, and the 3-point comp, I would have it as far as the participants in a 2-part, picking process. Half of the participants would be fan voted participants. And the other half would be volunteer / selected by the league. So there's no more just, I want to play or I don't want to play. If you get selected as an all-star to compete in this event, now you only get a list of people to pick from, and they're going to be the top guys. Just like you would, if you can pick the all-star team as the starters, why can't you pick the guys who are going to be in these all-star events? You got to pull double duty. You got to pull double duty. Who would, that would spice things up. Now the fans are getting something out of it because they want to see Zion in the slam dunk contest. They want to see, Steph Curry again in the 3-point contest. They get to see these stars more than just in the All-Star game that at this time doesn't mean squat. So I also think that with the volunteer / if nobody volunteers, you get selected by the league. Mm-hmm. And what are they going to do? They're going to put the prominent stars out there to give the best show. That way nobody can say they don't want to do it. As a big LeBron, fan, I still am very disappointed he never participated in any All-Star activities outside of the game. Not even in the skills competition. You're the best passer in the league, but you've never gotten to the skills competition?
You're going to get me more upset than anything in the world is LeBron not doing the slam dunk contest. Oh, boy.
I've got a couple responses.
Go ahead.
I've got a couple responses before we get to your Sunday. One, I just want to say to the LeBron James point. I actually sent this to you on Instagram, Keenan. I saw this before I pulled up to the house. Vince Carter said there was once a $1 million dunk contest on the table between him, T-Mac, LeBron, and Kobe for All-Star Weekend. Vince said he said yes, and T-Mac, Kobe, and LeBron all said no. So we could have had the greatest All-Star dunk contest ever for $1 million.
They were scared of Vince Carter.
They
didn't want to.
They don't want to lose.
They were scared of Vince. Well, T-Mac was like, I already saw it. Yeah. Kobe was like, I left that in '96. I did my one.
Yeah.
And Bron was like,
I'm not image.
I'm not a creative dunker.
I'm a power dunker.
Listen, all you have to do, literally look at Dominique. Just do windmills and put your neck at the rim.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you have to do. I'd rather see that than Gerald Wallace doing a regular reverse dunk
or blowing a cupcake off the top. I don't want to see you blow the candle off the cupcake.
I kind of like that dunk from Gerald Green.
Anti-prop.
Kind of like the Gerald Green dunk. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not anti. Go ahead.
I kind of like that one more.
Second thing I want to say, and then I'll throw it back is Keenan. I put this in the group chat earlier too. There's a celebrity 3-point contest. I don't know if this is during the celebrity game or if this is in place at the celebrity game. I kind of like the idea. That's fine. That's whatever. They've got Jared McCain, who just got traded to the Thunder, in it. What the hell is the point of that? That doesn't even make sense. That's like,
he's a professional NBA player.
Yeah.
But that would be like if American Idol, if that's still around, I don't know. If American Idol was around, it would be like if you had a fully signed, someone to a record deal who's at least somewhat famous competing in American Idol. What's the point?
Hey, Jordan Sparks, you want to be here? You already won it.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Come back and do a do-over, defend your title.
Come defend the title. Come back.
Hey, Life Jennings, do you want to be on American Idol?
Exactly. This is the type of shit I don't understand with the NBA because, clearly they told him to be a part of this. Clearly they wanted him to be a part of this. It's not necessarily a problem per se, but it's why? Why would we want to see an NBA player in a 3-point contest when there's a real 3-point contest the next night? This guy's not even a shooter. I just don't understand it. Back to you, John. Back to you.
Yeah, I don't agree. And now that I know that, I want to watch it even less. That's why I said exactly. get rid of the celebrity activities altogether. Nobody cares that Kevin Hart is out there cracking jokes while he's playing basketball or Drewski's making faces, trying to act like he can hoop. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I'd rather see an intergender game with the best WNBA players and the second tier NBA players. I think it would be great. But okay, in the weekend off All-Star game, back to the old format, East versus West. Mm-hmm. With a winning team incentive. I want the winning team incentive to be Major League Baseball-esque. Whoever wins gets home court advantage in the finals. I bet you everybody would play for that. Because nobody wants to make it all the way to the finals and then not have home court advantage. Get rid of the record. Get rid of who had the best record. Because, the regular season can be, it can be a little fortuitous for certain teams. They can have the best record and not even be the best team. Look at Houston. Houston fell apart in the playoffs. They were number 2 seed all year. So regular East versus West, no international. Go back to wearing your own jersey, your All-Star jersey, and whatever side wins automatically gets home court advantage. So that would be my changes to the All-Star format if I was to fix it. Friday, intergender game, WNBA stars, second tier All-Stars, fringe NBA All-Stars who didn't make it, the skills comp, the rookie versus sophomore on Saturday with the slam dunk contest and the 3-point contest. All contests, skills, 3-point, and slam dunk are half voted by the fans, and the other half are either regulated by the NBA if nobody volunteers. And then Sunday, East versus West, winner takes home court advantage in the NBA Finals. All-Star format fixed.
Let me just say, to your point about voting the participants in to the 3-point or dunk contest, I've never even thought of that. And that makes so much sense. It makes me wonder why they haven't done that like 15 years ago. Completely honestly. Like that would have fixed everything we've complained about.
A guy like LeBron said no, and he matters
it's like
more.
That.
Like,
because to your point and to any point, like I would say since I was a kid, this has been a problem as far as stars doing the dunk contest. And it would be like every 5 years you would actually get someone like Dwight Howard, maybe a Blake Griffin, but it would be like 3 or 4 years in between. And we've for sure seen that. We just talked about it in the last pod. Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, cool. That was exactly 10 years ago. Then we got 3 or 4 years where intermittently Aaron Gordon was doing it. And then since then, it's been, I got to go grab Mac McClung from the G League. So,
but even with them, they were amazing, but they weren't superstars.
And they weren't superstars. Like we were happy with just role players or just emerging stars at that point. Aaron Gordon and Zach were, but that's the point we're at. We'll just take prominent dunkers, and it's
you're fine. You're fine with if you have a headline superstar. And then you get your role players, you're fine with it because you have the superstar, and then you also have these other people who are just like, oh, he's super athletic. Right. That's fine. Like, it's cool when you have a Mike, Dominique, and then you get the Spud Webbs, you get the other, like, Spud Webb's good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not like a superstar name.
Correct.
So, like, he made himself into a household name because he won the dunk contest.
He did.
That's what you do when you have a dunk contest like that. Like, you're able to do Dwight Howard, Nate Robinson, others. Like that, you're okay to go down the line, but when you have that one superstar name, you're like, oh, now we can live with that. Yes. So, I'm all for. I've never thought about the voting either. I've never thought about having fans vote for it, and I think they probably wouldn't just because someone like John Morant wants the ability to be like, nah, I don't want to do it, or may do it or not, may not do it. The only thing that you could see now is you could start seeing stars faking injuries, which would be the only thing that could be a problem. It's because now they're going to be like, well, fine, I've got a knee injury. You'll see him back like the next right after the break.
But so even with that, they're voting, so you got 10, 12 guys that the fans voted for. Then you can just go down that list and pick the next guy.
Yeah, like
and even if maybe you can incentivize it, you know.
Mm-hmm. This is your job. Like, again, I understand, like, we understand that this is your all-star break. Like, the point of it being a break is you guys get a break throughout the season. It is a long, grueling season. You guys get a little bit of a reprieve. We understand that. But at the same time, these people who are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for these tickets to come watch and support you want to just see you guys play bad. Like, you're playing basketball.
Right.
Like, you don't have to treat it. It shouldn't be. Like, I promise you right now, I work at Dick's Sporting Goods. I promise you right now, if someone said, hey, here's $1 million a year, just a like smooth, cool million compared to what they're making, go every single day, make your life about basketball. Yeah, gotcha. Promise. Promise you I'll go make my life about basketball if you're paying me $1 million.
Stick it in my veins.
Yeah, like I promise. Golly.
Real quick question before we get to Keenan's All-Star Weekend. I got a question for both of you.
Yeah.
Was talking with our good friend Keenan Andrew over the weekend. We were talking about the dunk contest. And he said, I think the white dude's name isn't it Jordan Killigan, the dude who can like
Jordan Killigan, yeah.
Yes.
So he said after seeing him years ago do the crazy shit he was doing, he said it kind of ruined the dunk contest for him. And he's like, it doesn't even do it for me to see these guys doing their regular ass dunks compared to what he's doing or compared to what any of these YouTube or Instagram dunkers are doing. Is that true for you guys? Because it's not necessarily true for me, but I can see how someone would have that opinion.
Not for me, but I get it. For me, like that's why I've always thought LeBron should do it. I'm impressed every time he takes off and he's looking at in the rim. I'm just impressed by that. I don't care if it's just a tomahawk. Like I'm impressed. Like this guy's jumping 50 inches in the air or like whatever it is. Like that's impressive. I don't care. I literally don't care. Like it's just impressive. It's just this is what it is. It's impressive, and that will always be impressive to me. So I don't care. That's why I've like it just doesn't matter. Yes, I want you to be creative in things, and like when you do something I've never seen before, be creative, be fun. We got pumped because Dwight Howard threw the ball into the basket. Why? Not just because he came up and threw the ball out. He went into the phone booth, came out with the Superman stuff, put on the spectacle, came up, jumped. We're all pumped, and then we're like, oh, he just threw it in. Loved it. I'd give it a 50 today. I loved it. The spectacle of it is what I like because I know people can do better dunks. Like that, I
John,
know people can do
it. It's really all about showmanship, and you got. I think with these superstars, they're overthinking it. You got to do it more so for the fans, and this has to be something bigger than yourself. That's the one thing I loved about Kobe Bean Bryant is that his mindset was, I gotta play, I gotta be out there. Somebody came out here to see me. They paid. This might be the only game they got to see all year. They paid $300 for their tickets to watch me play, and I'm gonna sit out because my knees a little sore. If he could physically go out there and compete, he's going to go do it. So I just think that it's like anybody else, anywhere else, at any job, you always in your mind, you have to hold yourself to a standard. I believe these professional athletes who are getting paid a lot of money need to look themselves in the mirror and say, am I holding myself to a standard that if I was a little kid looking up to me, that I would want to be the man that they see? And I know it sounds like that's crazy and everybody's making it a business now, but if a dunk contest is going to dictate your career as far as how great you are, then maybe you're not that great.
Yeah.
It's a great point. Point.
One thing I want to quickly say before I go into mine is Luke Kennard's a really good shooter. Fine for him being in a 3-point contest. If Luke Kennard made 28 threes and made 28 points doing that, and Steph Curry did it, people would be more enamored with Steph. And it's just because he's just literally in the same thing.
Yep.
They can make the same shots and they're just going to be more enamored with Steph because Steph is just like naturally you're just gravitating towards that. Like
they wonder why it's declining because nobody wants to watch no-name athletes.
Yeah,
do
you just don't want to. You're like, oh, okay, that's like, you're like, oh, that's okay, that's shocking, impressive. But like, Cooper Flagg was going to headline Friday night,
right?
Like we were excited for that. Like he could have done it because you're a star, you're a superstar. You want to see that. Shohei Ohtani Shohei Ohtani could hit 20 home runs, or me right now could go out and hit 20 home runs. Do the same thing. You're gonna be more excited about Shohei because Shohei is gonna do something on one of those home runs where you're gonna be like, that's a 500-foot ball. Like they're just gonna do something that we can't, like everyone else just can't do, which is why you want to see them. But
star sale, and that's why there's a declining watch in the NBA from people sitting out, from people not competing. The All-Star game will probably be the lowest watched event as far as major events in sports this year. I think more people watch the Pro Bowl and they play flag football.
Jamar Chase did have a nasty catch in the Pro Bowl,
but you watched because the stars came out and actually played flag football or not.
Yeah. So, and speaking of hopefully making the stars, first thing we got to take care of. Sorry, because you're in Cleveland. Sorry. We need 10 locations. And we're rotating between them. One per decade. You get one All-Star game per decade. I've got the 10 for me, and you might like maybe one or two more, but LA, Dallas, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Orlando, Miami, Phoenix, New Orleans, Houston. Boston was the one that made me, just because it's such a basketball city, but I was like, I don't know. Then you have some that are like San Antonio could possibly because it's a nice area, but like most of those are nice area. No, but that's what I was like, Dallas or San Antonio. I'm going to choose Dallas. Or Houston, San Antonio. I'm going to choose Houston.
The only one I might take out, even though I've never been to the city, but obviously they have a lot of Super Bowls, so they've got the infrastructure for it. Just because of their basketball history, I might take out New Orleans. But just event wise, they probably got the infrastructure.
That was the one. That was the last edition where I was like them, Boston, maybe like one of like maybe like at Philly-ish. Like those are the ones that I was thinking.
Philly.
So those are the last three. So I was actually going to ask if like
Philly's
there
not
was
the most glamorous city, but
yeah, no. So that's why I didn't went there. I went New Orleans just because I was thinking like festival party.
It is a party city.
Yeah, so
That's
just
true.
like
They can host an event.
They could host an event there. So that was like
that's for damn sure.
like regardless of those 10 or like those at least there, rotate them every year. We don't need to go to Utah, guys. I'm sorry. I don't need to see you in Minnesota. Like I'm just sorry. We don't need to go there. Like that already sets off the vibes bad. We just don't need to go there. So that's first off, just to get that out of the way. Every
Maybe
year,
you could do those 10 and have a lottery city, or do 9 and have a lottery city for the
9
10.
in a lottery city, just so everybody feels like okay, maybe we can. Maybe they can have an opportunity to have one every like whatever year.
But I like that idea.
So that would be
party
fine.
Cities. Destination.
Toronto in there.
Yeah, Toronto. See, and even if you wanted to have like 9 and then like have like a group of 6, and they're like you have like interesting. But yes, so like just limit it to that. We don't need to go to a lot of places. Like I just don't. Okay. We don't need to do it.
Okay.
So first, I actually like your idea a little bit more than I had because I was thinking I don't mind the Celebrity All-Star game. I just wish there was actual celebrities that played. So like Common can play, Chris Brown can play, like just actual celebrities that can play. I don't mind it because it just feels like All-Star Weekend to me. It might be more of a nostalgia thing than anything. So I'm always open to that. The second thing I was thinking of too, because you were thinking women's basketball, I was too. Unrivaled's going on right now. Partner with Unrivaled. They're doing their one-on-one championship right now through this stretch. Like they're doing it now. Have their Unrivaled championship, like the semifinals and finals, be that, and just have it under the NBA umbrella too. Because I mean, it's also under the WNBA too. So if you want, but that was my thought for Friday night, was trying to get the women involved as well, because I think women's basketball is becoming a thing that everyone's liking. So to me, was the last day of Unrivaled for their one-on-one competition that's going on right now. I just watched it today. Put that there. So that was my Friday. Saturday, this one was just a 5 o'clock because I was trying to think of the whole day. Just you might tune in, you might not. Just horse again. Just horse. Just like have a couple players playing horse. Like I would watch a Luka and Steph horse. Like, and I would also say, Steph, here's a lifetime invite. Doesn't matter if you're retired. Here's a lifetime invite to play horse. You can always do it if you want to. So I would have just a horse game at like 5 p.m. Like where people are just like, if you want to tune in, you can. If not, that's fine. You have your pregame before. And then I have the Unrivaled one-on-one because I want an NBA one-on-one, 8 people on Saturday night to start it off. Okay. You go to 7, it's 7-11. 7 win by 2, 11 win by 1. You have it at a 6-minute, 10-second shot clock. So you get each person with technically 18 possessions. Like if you really worked them out and like that to get to 7, if not max 11. So you get a one-on-one competition between whomever. Because I really was thinking about it. Like I don't care if I'm watching Dyson Daniels play against, I don't know, Austin Reeves. That's going to be a fun game. Even if you don't, and maybe you get like, oh, Kevin Durant likes to hoop, and Kevin Durant's like, I'm better at one-on-one than everybody. So I'm going to do that. And I was thinking, I'm going to put like a small money on it just so I can do the math easy. But I was thinking what could be interesting too is kind of putting like a money on the floor, quote unquote, aspect. So first round, you win $50,000. So everyone who wins 50,000. Go to the next round. So I'm just going to name 2 random guys. LaMelo versus Peyton Pritchard. They both have $50,000 coming to the table. They have the opportunity to put their $50,000 added on to the next bonus that they're going to get. So like the next winner gets $100,000. But they could also say, hey, I'm putting my 50, you put your 50. So the winner goes with 200,000, the loser goes home with nothing. Kind of just add a little bit more incentive and a little bit more fun there. You kind of can do that same thing in the finals too. So that's there. Slam dunk contest second. 4 dunkers. I didn't think of the voting thing before, but I think that would be really interesting to do the voting thing. So I'm actually really on board with that because I've never thought about that. And then the 3-point contest last. Like, slam dunk contest, I'm sorry, you're moving up to third. 3-point last. Then Sunday is where my big difference comes in. Kyle, you know where I'm going with one thing. Rookie sophomore games on Sunday now.
Okay.
We're moving it from Friday. Like, we're rookie sophomore games on Sunday. True rookie sophomore game, because they're out there. Naturally, they're just going to do athletic things. Let them kind of start off the day. Just them. The NBA All-Stars, how they have their big introductions and that's all you're getting. I don't care about the NBA All-Star game anymore. You've told me you don't care about the NBA All-Star game. You're not playing on the day.
So you're just cutting it all together.
You're going to get your announcement, and you're going to be like, and LeBron, 22-time All-Star, LeBron James. And he's going to sit up there and wave his hand and do nothing because he wants to do nothing for the game anyway. So you're going to get announced, and that's it.
So then that's it. That's the end of the week. Oh, okay, all right.
No. We have more. That's the end of the All-Star. Like, you don't want to play in the game and you don't care to participate in it. You don't sit down. You're fine. We don't need you.
Okay.
I want the Hall of Fame inductees announced afterwards. Who's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame is inducted on All-Star weekend right after. So we've got Candace Parker, we've got whomever, like, they're inducted into the Hall of Fame, and they get their reveal there. So it's a big weekend. It's a spectacle. You have blessed the game of basketball. We are now rewarding you on the biggest stage, quote unquote, that we offer in the regular season. And then the finale of our second in-season tournament is how we end All-Star weekend. Because we have an in-season tournament, like the same way we have the first one, we have a second one, and then the third one is gearing up for the playoffs, and the playoffs go. And it's the finale for the second in-season tournament, so we can all sit down, and they have the grandest stage, because the same way on the first in-season tournament, there's no other games. You get a grand stage. Here you go. You get your prize the same way we have it for the first one. And so, because I would much rather watch, if it's the Orlando Magic and the Minnesota Timberwolves, I would rather watch an intense game of that than I would watch a weird all-star game where the people don't care. So that's my fix.
That's a lot. That's a lot from Friday to Sunday. I like it. I definitely
tried to go with a full docket. Like, I wanted I want a full. Like, I didn't want, like, we're doing everything. If Adam Silver needs the pitch, I got the whole pitch, and we can talk about it.
We're going to have to fully fledge out that second in-season tournament idea, because we've been talking about that for a couple of years. I feel like we need to fully fledge that out. John, any comments on Keenan's weekend before we get to mine?
No, I like it. Like I said, to me, you can get rid of the Celebrity All-Star game. It can go. I'd rather integrate. If you're going to integrate random people, because, I think you even have some of the Hall of Fame WNBA players that play sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of the dumbest
Celebrity All-Star games.
Not even just Hall of Famers. They had actual WNBA players.
So why not integrate that? That's why the concept of integrating that with the second tier guy, the fringe NBA players who didn't make the reserves.
I like that.
I agree. No, I agree.
Just take that spot.
I agree, and also, so that's why I was saying, like, that I agree with that, because if you had basically, like, WNBA players, because I think they would like the stage, and then you were able to have, like, a pool of 20 guys.
Yeah.
The first 20 who didn't make it.
Correct.
And then basically you had the fans choose, hey, give me 8 guys.
Yep.
And then you have
8 girls.
8 guys, 8 girls. And you want to know what even cool? People who have the leading votes, women and men's side, they get to be the captains. Choose kind of like you choose 4 women or 3 women, 4 guys or whatever. Like, so you have like 4 and 4.
Right.
Be kind of fun. I would be.
A minimum of 2 women on the court at a time.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah. 2 women, 3 men on the court at a time, and you have fun.
You can have more than 3, but you got to have more than 2. You have a minimum of 2.
I'm with that. So I actually like that idea better than mine. And then I also just like Unrivaled a lot. I think they've done
I think some of these women might give some of the guys buckets. Like, imagine Asia Wilson going up against a Pritchard. That'd be interesting.
I'm not. Listen,
I'm signing up for this. Like, I would
listen.
absolutely
I would watch that
over
because,
the
like,
rookie-sophomore game.
do I think Asia Wilson could actually play on a basketball court with the NBA for like 36 minutes? Absolutely not. Do I think on
She sat in the corner and shot threes?
Do I think on one possession she could get a smaller guy and like hit a fadeaway on him?
Absolutely.
I do. I think she's talented enough to hit a fadeaway.
Absolutely. Can Caitlin Clark bring the ball down the court, catch it at the hash, and shoot it over a point guard a second off of her from for three? Absolutely.
Off of a screen, could she take it and shoot it and make it? I feel she could. So
get a nice dish from LaMelo Ball.
Could Paige get a nice underhand layup a la Steph Curry coming off of a pick?
Yeah. Yeah, so no, I think that would be cool too, because you'd have women in those actions as well. So like it would make it, I think that intergender game instead of the celebrity all-star game, I'm fine with that. I still like having the Unrivaled Championship just to get them a little more, even more cool. Shine.
Yeah.
And then I'm good with it. I like it.
Solid.
I'm going to run through mine pretty quickly, and then we can try to kind of like consolidate all three of our ideas. Okay. So I think we can do that. All right. Yeah. Friday, we're going to have an Olympic-style opening ceremony. We're going to recognize everyone that's in the dunk contest, in the rookie-sophomore game, three-point contest, et cetera, all-star game, obviously. And we're going to end it with a concert. So we actually don't have any real events on Friday. Ooh. And we can change that. You know, once we consolidate this to everyone's, maybe we can change that. But that's what I got for right now. Saturday starts at noon. John's not going to like this, but celebrity game. But like Keenan said, you're going to have celebrities that can actually hoop. We're not going to have streamers in there. We're not going to have, we're going to have NFL players, maybe some MLB players, whatever else, but we're going to have celebrities who can hoop. And maybe there's some sort of draft process that goes on behind the scenes throughout the early season. Cool.
Okay.
2 p.m. Maybe that's your rookie-sophomore game. Maybe a tryout, right?
Yeah.
John, you would know this better than me, but like it used to be celebrities that could hoop that played in that celebrity all-star game early on, right?
But then it got to almost the LeBron-esque, all the celebrities that were higher tier that were athletic, they didn't want to participate because they didn't feel like they had to, where it was almost a badge of honor to do that.
Yeah,
because they used to play that clip. They used to play that clip of Justin Timberlake shooting a jump shot over Kenny Smith. I remember that. Like they replayed that a lot.
They wanted to play in this game, but not anymore.
Then I liked it but then it always threw me off too, because then they put people like Paul Pierce like 2 years out of the league,
right?
And I'm like, wait a second,
so they didn't get anybody to sign up.
I was like, he can still play.
Yeah,
he's not just washed. Exactly. Like he can still shoot a bit. And then you'd have like a WNBA player who would go like maybe a quarter of their like actual time, because they're like, wait a second, I actually do this. Like I still am like I can shoot, dribble, and pass. Like I can do that.
So, and before I get to the rest of this, like we want to make this a celebration of the NBA game, which is what All-Star Weekend's supposed to be. And it seems like once upon a time it was. So that's why this is an all-day thing. That's why we got the ceremony on Friday. Rising Stars game, like I said, at 2 p.m. We got the celeb game at noon, rookie-sophomore at 2 p.m. 4:30 to 6. It's just going to be assorted, weird-ass games in between. Could be NBA players doing viral type games. They actually did a couples game. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a few years back, they did 2 Chainz and his wife versus Steph and Aisha.
Yes, I
and like a game show style couples game. It was actually entertaining. So they could do offbeat things like that in the middle.
Ping pong for a second. I think that'd be just like random, like
just random. Just throw it on a Saturday, like in the background. I would keep it on there, like whatever. 6 to 8 p.m. That's going to be your early rounds of the dunk contest and the three-point contest. However way you want to slot them, whichever one's first and second, doesn't matter. 8 to 10, that's the later rounds. It's the semifinals and the finals of the dunk contest and the three-point contest. So you're out of there at 10. Then we're going to Sunday. Sunday, you get a red carpet event, let's say about 2 p.m. Everybody shows up, rolls in, red carpet event. They did that a couple times. It was pretty cool. We're bringing back the old timers game. We're going to have retired NBA players play probably around, let's say 4 p.m., 4 p.m. Quicker game, let's say 10-minute quarters, however you want to do it. And that will lead into the All-Star game.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Celebration all around. You're getting more all-day things. Friday's going to be short and sweet. You get a concert. You get the celebration, the ceremony.
I like the concert and the celebration, celebratory on Friday, the announcement of it. I like that idea.
Yeah,
For
so
sure, yeah. Celebration of the game.
I'm really glad we didn't talk about any of this because, like, I like aspects of all of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think you're right, Kyle. Friday, I think it is a celebration, which
Yeah.
is why.
Let's
So
give
maybe
kudos to those people.
So
Yeah,
maybe instead of
absolutely.
doing it on like my thing on Sunday with the Hall of Fame inductees,
And even with the Hall of Famers, yeah, let's put
like
it all
you could
out
do
there.
that like on Friday, have the Olympic, have the All-Star, everything, and then your Hall of Fame inductee. So like we're just sitting here for an hour and a half and we're
Right.
just celebrating basketball. And then
Correct.
try to make this thing like not obviously Super Bowl-esque, but like make it marquee, like, hey, we're getting an act to do this on Friday. Like,
Right. Top tier.
hey,
And with the major cities you pick, you can get there's a super celebrity of some sort in each one of those cities, from New York to LA
Exactly.
to Dallas.
Exactly.
so
you
like
know, either from, it's not from the
Well,
city, from the state.
yeah, so like you can get them even regional, or you can just get like, hey, you Lil Wayne, we're in New Orleans. You're going to set it
Beyonce,
off
we're
on
in Texas.
yeah, we're like
Snoop, we're
you
in
are
LA.
setting it up. Yep. Kendrick, we're in
100%.
LA. Like you are
Jay-Z,
setting
we're in
it
New
off.
York. You know,
Drake, you're in Toronto. Like you're setting it off. Like let's get somebody here to set it off. So I actually really like
it.
Kyle's idea there.
R. Kelly, we're in Chicago. No, I'm just playing.
She opens the closet. Whoa, calm down. This is a
Now
family show.
via Zoom, via jail Zoom, we got our
right.
for Chicago.
She
But
opens the jail cell.
yeah,
Right.
I really like Keenan's fixed cities. Seems like you guys like the Friday celebration.
I do.
Yeah.
I love John's fan voted and league mandated competitors. So I think we add those three together.
Yes.
Whether we keep the celebrity game or not, that don't matter. But
I think
obviously
Saturday
got
we
the
started
3-point.
off with that intergender because I think
love
that would.
I love that.
Yeah.
So like we started off with that intergender, and I think I like yours too because I was thinking the same thing. That's why I had horse early because I was just like, let's get this thing going early. Like I want this to be an all day event.
Yeah.
Like make this an all day event. Like the Olympics are cool because like at any point during the day, like I'm gonna just throw it
Flip on the TV. It's gonna be an
just
Olympic
throw it
event
on.
going
Like it doesn't have to be there. It's just in the background. You don't have to like visually watch everything, but if you want to, you can. But it's always there. So I like that
You see
early.
the
Get that intergender game. Then you're right. Get like a pregame where we just do random stuff because then you might get your superstars involved in it. Where you're like, oh, who's a better couple? LeBron and his wife, Steph and his wife, or who's better? Like, get a ping pong game. I feel like players get randomly competitive with that kind of stuff. Where like Ant will be like, I'm a better ping pong player than you. It's like, what are we doing?
So like relay game going.
Like those things that are not going to be like taxing on the body, but like you still want to win.
Yeah.
So it's like
you can hold interviews while it's going on. You know,
a trivia
commentary.
Game, like, just something like that. Because even then, you can find someone who's just like, "Ew, he's that dumb," or like not even like just something funny.
You,
so,
you
like,
could at least get classic viral moments the way
Yes.
Inside the NBA gets them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, and you have Inside the NBA
Family
there,
Feud,
you have
they pick a couple players off their team to run a miniature version of that.
Yep.
I like it. I like
100%. 100%. I loved all that. And then, of course, slam dunk 3-point contest. I actually do like splitting it up. I was thinking how like the athletes would like it because obviously you get kind of in a rhythm and then you have to get out of the rhythm and then you get back in the rhythm and then you get out of the rhythm.
Get rid of the skills joint too. I think all three of us had the skills competition gone. So
yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't need that. That's gone. But I do. So we all have that on Saturday, and then Sunday, I'm the only one that had the in-season tournament kind of thing. But I mean, if you could convince me that the NBA players are going to care, and maybe if it's a celebration of all of them, they're going to care, sure. Right. So, Kyle, did you have the rookie sophomore game?
I did. It was after the celebrity game at like 2 p.m. on Saturday.
On Saturday.
I had it on Saturday as well. First year, second year.
So we could even do that on Saturday. That could be the midday-ish on Saturday, or possibly. But I like it. I like what we have here. I think that obviously we could like hone it in to get perfect. Yeah. But what we have here is fixed cities, celebratory on Friday, where everybody's just there having a great time, where you get to mingle. Hall of Fame inductees, like we're just celebrating basketball on Friday. And then Saturday we have all day events where we get to celebrate the women too, not just the men. Right. Obviously the women continue to grow.
Bring more recognition to their sport.
Bring more recognition into their sport through the
Plus,
all
there's
day.
always the competition. Could WNBA players actually be able to compete with NBA players? It gives them that light to really show up some of these guys.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying,
like
they're all athletes and competitive.
Yeah, no, like they really would, and the women would bring a certain level of competitiveness, and it's kind of like
That is
I'll
not
take
an
it
All-Star
like
weekend
little
whatsoever.
brother, big brother thing, in the sense of like when your little brother's starting to do well, and you're like, now I gotta kind of try more.
And a lot of these girls
do
do be playing pickup in the off season with a lot of these NBA guys.
Yeah.
Exactly. And imagine if it's in front of everybody, they might want to try to embarrass you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sabrina. I mean, Sabrina made 20. Sabrina made more threes than everybody other than Steph the one time she did a thing. So like,
you think of Asia Wilson back somebody down, turn around, hit a midi fade on them, they're not gonna be like, oh hell no.
Give them
and actually take it serious.
Give them the too small just to get under the skin. Like, are you kidding me?
Everybody's
trying to do the Kobe Bryant on Ben Wallace after that. They're gonna try to take off the dotted line, put it on her head. Yeah. John, before we get out of here, 2 quick questions. We'll do extreme speed round with these because I know you got to get out of here. Todd Monkin, I didn't get a chance to talk about it with you guys the last couple of weeks. I've been absent off the podcast. So, Todd Monkin, what do you think of the hire? And then I got a question about Drake
real quick. He is top. He had the leading offense as far as yards per game. He had the leading rushing offense, and he also had the number 1 offense in the red zone for, I believe, the past 2 years. Yes, it's with Lamar Jackson, but one of those, I believe, were an MVP season. He got Lamar Jackson passing the ball instead of using his legs all the time. He is the type of coach that even when in Georgia, when he had Stinson, he's the type of coach that builds around players. He's not like a Kevin Stefanski who makes you fit into his scheme. Whatever your players do good is what he's going to make a scheme out of. So I think that is very valuable, especially to the younger guys who are trying to grow. We have a very young team in Cleveland. So you're going to need somebody that's going to say, okay, you're good at this. Let's build an offense around this. Instead of, this is our offense, do it. No, let's do what you do, and let's do it great, and then we can build from there.
I like it. So what would you grade it overall? Scale of A to F. What are you grading it?
I gave it a B+ because he's never been a head coach anywhere. He's only always been an offensive coordinator. But then once I see the coordinators that he's adding that are going to help support him, some being younger and innovative and some being solidified and able to take on roles even in the special teams and assistant coaches, as far as line coaches that he's going to bring back. The line coach he brought back was Joe Thomas's line coach, and Joe Thomas said that line coach did more for his career than any other line coach ever. I mean, everybody knows who Joe Thomas is, even if you aren't a Browns fan, Hall of Fame left tackle. So I give it an A with the staff that he's put together. And even getting Schwartz out of there, who everybody was a fan of, shows that, I would like to have had him here, but if he's not going to fit into what we're trying to accomplish, sometimes you just got to be on with the old regime and just worry about the rest later. So I give it an A- in totality.
Okay. Upgraded it. Okay. I like it. Joe Thomas, who, by the way, now looks like he's a punter or kicker. He doesn't even look like an offensive tackle anymore. He like
healthy,
all the
man.
weight.
Yes,
healthy is right.
He looks like one of those vertical threat tight ends. That's what he looks like.
He looks like he endorses Ozempic.
Yes.
Facts.
Ozempic got a jealous side effect of jealousy. Never told y'all.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. I was the beta. Joe Thomas was the beta for Ozempic. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Second question. Keenan and I's team was just in the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots.
Yeah. Congrats.
If this is your first time hearing John, you would think he is a Patriots fan. He might be a bigger Drake Maye fan than any Patriots fan I know. And my Patriots fans love Drake Maye. They thought he was the second coming of Tom Brady.
Absolute Drake Maye fan.
Yeah, you were driving the bandwagon, I would say, as far as Drake Maye goes.
Driving and fueling.
Any comments about the game? It obviously was not Drake Maye's best game. It was obviously not the Patriots' best game. What do you expect from Drake Maye going forward? What do you think of his Super Bowl performance? What do you think of his postseason performance overall?
Okay. I'm going to make it quick. You say rapid fire.
Sure.
Rapid fire. Drake Maye's postseason performance was not top tier whatsoever as far as the numbers, but nobody cares when you're winning games. Okay? That's one thing. Two,
Okay.
he can't block for himself.
Very true. Very true.
When you allow the most pressures as an NFL record in a single game, I don't care who the hell you are back there. A la Patrick Mahomes, when he was getting all that pressure from his left tackle not being able to hold up his end in the Super Bowl, we see what happened. He looked pedestrian. And the third thing I want to say is everybody's on Drake Maye's case because he didn't do good in the postseason. But how quickly we forget he was second in MVP voting. Let's not forget that. He was right there with Matthew Stafford for an MVP in his second year in the league. And the whole thing is, I do fear for Drake Maye. And one thing, if it's not the line's fault and he does get weapons and he does get better, does he have that Peyton Manning-esque type ordeal where he's great in the regular season and struggles in the postseason? So that's my outlook. I do, but nobody will ever say Peyton Manning is not elite.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
So I say give credit where it's due instead of trying to find fault and over magnify just because you're trying to prove a point. I had a couple people who were trolling me on my YouTube channel saying, "Oh, you said Drake Maye the hype was real about Drake Maye. The hype is not real. You need to be a humble." So he said, "I need to be a humble podcaster." I said, being a humble podcaster has nothing to do with his line not blocking, with his run game not being efficient, and him facing the most horrendous array of defenses anybody has ever faced in their Super Bowl run.
4 in a row. 4 in a row. 4 tough defenses in a row.
Texans, Denver. Seattle. These top 3, top 4 defenses, all of them. Seattle being number 1 all year. Now, I'm not saying he looked great, but when he was winning, nobody had a problem. So when he loses in the big game that Josh Allen didn't make it to, Lamar Jackson didn't make it to, Joe Burrow didn't make it to, can't really count Patrick Mahomes. He was hurt. Josh Allen was a Super Bowl favorite, NFL MVP. The hottest team in the league was the Jaguars. The best team in the league, top 10, probably number 1, number 2 defense, and the Broncos, they got 3 picks off them, but they also had 3 touchdowns and over 200 yards. How quickly we forget. So just like in any situation, in every relationship that we've all probably been a part of, it's easy to magnify the negative, but we quickly forget and just sweep under the rug all the positive that was accomplished by this young man in his second year in the league, his first year being a full-time starter.
Well said. Well said. Any light predictions for his next season? Give me a quick
run.
Okay.
If we can get a line, it's going to be difficult uphill because he will have a very difficult schedule. People will be gunning for him now because they don't want him to have that Tom Brady-esque attached to him. So they want to shut that down quickly. But the guy he's extremely talented. So if everybody is healthy and everybody does great because there's a lot of competition in the AFC, championship round is not out of the picture. Mm-hmm. But it depends on the road he has to take. If he has to take another road like he has to take, and they don't upgrade that offensive line, he's going to run into the same buzzsaw. It's just going to happen. And he was playing hurt. I know the shoulder's not an excuse. If you're out there and you're playing, the injury don't count. But it's just you got to be realistic. The thing is, if he would have won and he would have stunk, they would have said he took Joe Burrow's spot as top 5 quarterback in the league. But because he struggled, and they say it was empty calories at the end of the game when he put up those yards and the touchdown, it's irrelevant. That's why I say don't magnify the negative just to prove a point because you don't want this young man to be great early. When Joe Burrow made it to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Rams, Joe Burrow is still riding the coattails of elevation as a top 5 quarterback in the league because of that run. And I asked people, would Joe Burrow be Joe Burrow without Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? So you get Drake Maye a weapon, you get him a better O-line, and we'll see what happens. But AFC Championship is definitely an early prediction, but a prediction nonetheless from me.
Got you. We got to get out of here. I see the pain in Keenan's eyes when John just made that Joe Burrow comment. I feel like there's another debate to be had there, but we got to get out of here. John, plug the podcast once again.
It's the Hype Real Podcast across all platforms: Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We go live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Shouts out to my main man Kyle. He pulls up when he can to definitely try to give some of that great thought process of sports that he has. Shout out my main man, 6:23 a.m. Make sure y'all pull up and show love. We'll be on tomorrow, 9 p.m. live.
Big shouts to Ray. I'll be there tomorrow. Thanks. Big shouts to Ray. I'll be there tomorrow. Can't wait to join. It's a great podcast. It's a fun podcast.
Keenan should pull up too.
We'll definitely have Keenan back.
We'll talk Joe Burrow.
Debate City. John, we're going to have you back for sure throughout this NBA season, the rest of the NBA season. Tons of NFL topics coming up. We got lots of music. So I've always said from the first time I podded with you guys, I said you guys are kind of like a distant cousin, if not a first cousin of our podcast. You guys tackle a lot of the topics we do. So if you're a fan of this podcast, I promise you'll be a fan of Is the Hype Real podcast. And again, catch me there tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Like John said, we got to get out of here. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that, Spotify, Apple Music. We will be back. Peace, y'all.